In order to talk about multiplication, we're going to use the idea of area of a rectangle. Since area of a rectangle is length times width, you have to multiply in order to find the area. We can use a box method to multiply numbers together, and we're going to use this as a basis for multiplying polynomials. So I want to show you how it works with numbers first. If we take a two-digit number times a two-digit number, we can break up the pieces, and I'm not going to draw this to scale. We can say 20 plus 3 gives us a side of 23, and 40 plus 2 gives us another side of 42. So if we multiply 23 and 42, we're going to have the area of this rectangle. Now what we've done is subdivided into four smaller rectangles. 20 times 40 is 800. 2 times 20 is 40. So we're just finding those smaller areas. 3 times 40 is 120, and 3 times 2 is 6. So our total area is 800 plus 120 plus 40 plus 6, which is 966. We can do the same with square. If you remember that 23 squared is just 23 times 23. That's 20 plus 3 times 20 plus 3. 20 times 20, 3 times 20, 3 times 20, and 3 times 3. So that's 60 and 60 are 120. So that's going to be 529 when we add all the four areas together. Let's do it with a 3-digit times a 2-digit. We can do this by making a 3-digit number across the top. 300 plus 10 plus 2 times 20 plus 4. So 300 times 20 is 6,000. 20 times 10 is 200. 20 times 2 is 40. 4 times 300 is 1,200. 4 times 10 is 40. And 4 times 2 is 8. So we've got, let's see, that's 7,200 plus another 200 is 7,488. All right, now I'll show you that this also works with subtraction. 19 times 17 can be done as 20 minus 1 times 20 minus 3. 20 times 20 is 400. 20 times negative 1 is negative 20. 20 times negative 3 is negative 60. And negative 3 times negative 1 is positive 3. So we have 400 minus 80. So that's 320. Plus 3 is 323. All right, so now we're going to do the very same thing, but with polynomials. So for instance, if I have negative 3x times x minus 7y, this polynomial, this first one that's multiplying, only has one term. So I'm just going to make one term times two terms. So negative 3x times x is negative 3x squared. Negative 3x times negative 7y is positive 21xy. So our final answer here is negative 3x squared plus 21xy. Just adding together all the smaller areas. What you're going to notice is that's the same thing that we would get if we did the distributive property. Okay, it's just another way to model it. All right, let's try the next one. N plus 3 times n minus 5. So n plus 3, n minus 5. N times n is n squared. N times 3 is 3n. Negative 5 times n is negative 5n. And negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. You'll notice that we have some like terms here. So n squared minus 2n when we combine the like terms minus 15. All right, let's try k minus 7 squared. Remember, that's k minus 7 times k minus 7. And by the way, if you like to use the FOIL method, that's really the same thing that we're doing right here. It's just organized a little differently. So just remember that we're multiplying something times itself. So k times k is k squared, negative 7 times k, negative 7 times k, and negative 7 times negative 7 is positive 49. Be careful with signs. Those two terms add up to negative 14k. And there's our final answer. All right, let's do one with a trinomial times a binomial. So in this one, we have a trinomial. I'll write that across the top. It doesn't matter which way you write it. You can write it down as well. And then c plus 5 we'll put over here on the left side. So c times c squared is c cubed. C times negative 5c is negative 5c squared. And c times 25 is 25c. And then on the bottom row, we're just going to multiply 5 times all those terms on the top. So 5c squared minus 25c and positive 125. Now what you're going to notice here is we have some like terms, but those two are opposites, so they add up to 0. These two are also opposites, so they add up to 0. So the only terms that are left are c cubed plus 125. And that's it for this lesson.